Hey everybody, it's Nate here with Goalie. If you don't already know us, our mission is to build tech tools for families with neurodiverse children. A lot of our families depend on Medicaid waivers to get the help and services that they need. This video is part of a series where we research these programs state by state and explain them to you jargon-free. Our goal is to help families like yours navigate this difficult process and get the help and coverage that you need.
Are you from Nashville? Because you're the only 10 I see. Hey everybody, it's Nate here with Goalie. Welcome to our Medicaid waiver guide where we go state by state talking about the Medicaid waiver process in all 50 states. And if you couldn't tell by that horrendous, cheesy, terrible pickup line, we're going to be talking about the state of Tennessee today. All right, let's hop right into it. So first of all, where are we right now? Currently, I'm on Goalie's forum page. To get here, you're going to go to forum.goalie.co. On this forum, we talk about all kinds of things. There's general parenting and life advice, some Goalie-specific tips, questions, some tech support, but we're going to be talking about none of those awesome topics today, and instead about government waivers, and specifically government waivers in the state of Tennessee. All right. So Tennessee used to have three kind of home and community-based waivers, but these were all phased out in 2016 when they attempted to streamline the process. Now applicants must all essentially apply for the Employment and Community First Choices waiver in order to receive services. It's good that the state tried to simplify the process and put everything through that one single waiver, but they ended up leaving a lot of people without services on this new waiver, something that we'll get into when we talk about what does the Goalie team think about this. If you want to know more criteria about who's eligible to receive services, we recommend checking out this hyperlinked page right here. But it's important to note that children are only able to get services quickly if they're in a critical situation. Every other applicant is put through a process where there is a wait list, and their criteria of how soon they're able to get services is based on their level of care and their perceived level of need, essentially. And that all of that information is right there on this page. So feel free to check that out as well. All right, so on to the actual details for the Employment and Choices and Community First Choices waiver. Okay, who can apply for this waiver? So according to the state of Tennessee, any child or adult who is diagnosed with either an intellectual or developmental disability, which includes a diagnosis of autism, is eligible to apply for this waiver. If the applicant is facing immediate placing into a nursing home, they will be able to receive extra resources and be bumped up on that list to have less of a wait time. In terms of income eligibility is actually entirely based on child income, not parental income. So unless your child is making over $2,350 a month, they should be eligible to receive services based on this waiver, which is most of you, I'm assuming. Okay, what do I actually get? So we put the full list of services right here, which you should feel free to check out, but we want to highlight one thing, and that's assistive technology right here. Assistive technology is the type of service that Goalie is. So theoretically, you should be able to get your Goalie funded if you are accepted and put on this waiver. All right, now, how do I actually apply? So there are two kind of paths forward. One is if you already are on TennCare, which is Tennessee's Medicaid coverage. If you are, then you likely have one of these three individual providers. What you're going to want to do is you're going to want to call those providers, and we provided the numbers right here for you to make it a little bit easier. You're going to call those numbers and say that you need help with self-referral for the Choices waiver. If you're not currently on Tennessee Medicare, you're going to want to call one of these numbers, which are the regional offices, to talk about that same process and likely get enrolled in TennCare and Tennessee Medicare as well. All right. So what does the Goalie team actually think of Tennessee's waiver process and their programs? So we appreciate that Tennessee tried to simplify their program, but the new waiver specifically, and you can tell by the name of it, is not great for children. It's primarily focused on adults looking for or trying to maintain employment, but in prioritizing this also super important need, they seem to leave out a huge portion of the population, and mainly that's Goalie applicants, children, and families that are trying to get services. Overall, this program additionally just needs more funds, so they don't really have to have a wait list. And additionally, they can maybe create additional waivers for children and for children who are living at home with families and not seeking employment. So there are clearly some problems with Tennessee that need to be addressed. So now the time to go to our scorecard. Based on website clarity and ease of navigation, we gave Tennessee a 2 out of 5. They knocked a lot of waivers previously off, so their webpage is quite barren, and there's not easy access to see how the actual process goes step by step. And a lot of it is done through these private healthcare companies, which just makes add a whole nother wrinkle to the process, as I'm sure people from Tennessee watching this video know. In terms of access and requirements of qualification, we gave that a 1 out of 5. Wait lists. Anytime that you have a long wait list like Tennessee does, you're not going to get a good score here. Additionally, although this waiver is meant for everybody, they seem to prioritize and focus on adults looking for employment, which is, first of all, not the demographic group that this video is geared towards, and also just a segment of the population, not the entire population of the disabled community that needs help. Lastly, healthcare coverage, we give that a 3 out of 5. So if we scroll up earlier, like we talked about, there is a long list of services here. You can see it's like 6 or 7 lines of just step-by-step what is covered. So that's a long list of things that are covered, but that score is getting dragged down by the fact that they're mainly intended for only a segment of the population, and there's not specific resources to help children. And it's mainly focused on adult care. So it's not fantastic, but it's definitely the best aspect of Tennessee's Medicare process. Okay, so we hope you did find this video helpful and have some information. We understand it's not perfect though, however, and that there are other really, really, really great resources out there. So we kind of wanted to direct you to those. These 3 hyperlinks on our forum are all really helpful and have one of them is a database, one of them has funding for parents to get assistive technology specifically, and one of them has some job postings, family events. So they're all unique, different in their own way, and helpful to families looking to navigate and solve the waiver process in Medicaid and get funding in the state of Tennessee. Additionally, for the 10 Care General Information Line, that number is 1-800-342-3145. That number is not specific to the waiver program. However, it is the general hotline for all questions related to Tennessee Medicare. Thank you very much for watching this video. We hope you found it at least somewhat helpful.
If you've gone through this process yourself and can add any color to our research, please share your experience in our forum. Your help will be greatly appreciated by families who are new to this. If you're just getting started yourself, don't worry. We're here to help. If you have any questions, ask them in our forum and we'll do our best we can to support you. And lastly, if you found this video helpful, let us know. Drop a like or leave a comment. We'd love to hear from you.